Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video is brought to you from inside a Quinzee snow hut, or a Quinzee snow cave. And I am physically exhausted and drenched to the bone. We'll have a look at how to build one, and we'll look at the pros and cons of the Quinzee snow cave, because there are much better options in a survival situation than an impromptu igloo.
First of all, choose a suitable location. Ideally, start the Quinzee shelter on a flat area of deep snow so that you can dig down. If not, then choose an area with enough deep snow around to pile up into a mound. I chose right outside my house, as I needed to clear snow anyway, and as making a Quinzee solo is such a long and arduous process, I didn't want it to just be a temporary overnight shelter up in the woods. I figured my little snow poodle could use it as a snow kennel when I'm done with it. Then just keep piling up snow. One big argument against the Quinzee as a survival shelter is that you really need a snow shovel to make it. You could use other tools. I use a machete and a folding shovel also, but this would massively increase construction time. If you're digging into a deep snowbank, then it's much easier than trying to build one from the ground up. The Quinzee needs to be about 7 feet high ideally. It's much more suited to group work than solo. Once you've reached the desired height and diameter, you need to leave it for several hours for the snow to recrystallize and harden. If you start interior work on it immediately, it will just collapse. Cut out the entranceway. Ideally, cut the entrance lower than where you will be sleeping within it. If the snow is crystallized enough, it should come out as solid blocks. Use the solid blocks to form an entranceway on either side of the main opening. This will help prevent wind from blowing in. Use any loose snow to pile up on top of the Quinzee, thus increasing its size. There is an awful lot of snow that will be removed, and this will greatly increase the overall size of your snow shelter. Take some time to build up the entranceway before plunging into the interior. You need this to be strong and well cemented with snow, as this area is where you're going to knock the most coming in and out. Then, when you're ready and it's deep enough, you can slide inside and start the wet work. Preferably with a little helper. Making a Quinzee, you will get covered in snow continuously. You will also sweat, and it is very, very claustrophobic inside until you've opened up enough space to move around in. It's slow, painful work, but it's enjoyable. It's a strange feeling, it really is. One thing I do suggest is from the exterior, push in 10-inch long sticks, and this will mark off the boundary of where your interior can expand to. Obviously, the more snow you put on the exterior as you're digging it out, the more you can expand your living area, but these will give you a good guideline. Remember to keep smoothing the walls so they don't collapse. The more you smooth the walls, the more they will crystallize into a hard shape. One of the major issues with a Quinzee is ventilation and the forming of ice above where you sleep. You need to take this into consideration.
But it's pretty cool. One of the good things about survivalism and prepping and wilderness living is that an adult man like me can get to be a little boy again. I build my own snow den, and if for nothing else, it's worth it just for that. It really is. I'll be giving a big shout out today to the Wooded Beardsman, because his video on the Quinzee Snow Cave brought up so many good points. It's like one of these fantasy ideals which would work if there were maybe 4 of you grafting away and you need really deep snow, really deep snow for it to work, because you need to be able to cut down. But to do this on your own in a survival situation, there are much better options. For me, the best for a solo survivalist is to build a trench, and instead of using snow blocks like you can in really deep frozen snow, build a pine bough A-frame and then pile snow on top. That would be the easiest, the quickest. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, watch other videos, and as always, be free.